I'm Jason Lusk. I'm a distinguished professor and head of the Agricultural Economics Department at Purdue University. So we're happy to release the April edition of the Consumer Food Insights Survey. This is an ongoing survey that we've been doing every month for over a year. In this month's survey, we did a deep dive into dollar stores. This is a broad category describing the smaller scale stores that can carry both food and non-food items. About 55% of consumers said that they had shopped at a dollar store in the past 30 days. The most commonly purchased items at dollar stores were things like snacks, candy, and beverages. About 25% of people who shopped at a dollar store, though, said they didn't buy food at all. And interestingly, one of the reasons we're interested in dollar stores is it does seem to be an area where people are buying more food and groceries over time. In fact, most people said that there was a dollar store closer to their home than was the typical grocery store that they shopped at. This month we did a bit of a deep dive into consumer purchases of organic food. We were mainly interested in which categories are consumers most likely to buy organic. The answer is for fruits and vegetables. So people are most likely to say that they bought organic fruits and vegetables than they were in other categories. But even for these categories, only about 30% of consumers said they always or frequently bought organic fruits and vegetables. The categories where consumers were least likely to buy organic were in categories like pasta, canned food products. And there, 60% of consumers said they either never or very rarely bought organic items. An advantage of our Consumer Food Insights Survey is that it is going out the door every month. So we have the ability to watch trends and how they're changing over time. We still haven't observed much of a change in food insecurity. We've stated about 14 to 15% of the U.S. population being food insecure according to our measures over the course of the past year. At the same time, though, we are seeing consumers spending more on food. So total food spending is about 7% higher now than was the case last year, and that's probably a reflection of the higher food prices that we've seen over the course of the last year. Indeed, our consumers say they're paying higher prices than they were last year, but that rate of increase has been falling over the past several months. So even though consumers say they're paying more, they're not paying quite as much as they were in previous months. We took our survey results and divided responses in terms of households that were either food secure or food insecure. When we compared how these food secure versus food insecure households compared on a variety of different categories, there are some interesting differences that emerge. For example, we see that food insecure households are much more likely to be concerned about affordability and price when they buy food than are food secure households. In addition, food insecure households are less happy with their overall diet and less happy with their overall life in general than our food secure households. Although I will say they're also pretty happy overall, but still at a lower rate than our food secure households. At the same time, we see that food insecure households have lower trust in our federal food regulatory agencies, USDA and FDA, than our food secure households. So we see that food insecurity affects not just whether you have enough money to afford the kind of food you want to eat, but it also affects a whole set of beliefs and experiences around the food system.